dress bang, smalls. Listen.
I'm similar to the thriller in Manila. Honeys call me bigger, the condom filler. Whether it's stiff tongue or stiff dick, Biggie squeeze it to make shit fit. Now check this shit, I got the pack of Rough Riders in the back of the Pathfinder. You know the epilogue by James Todd Smith. I get swift with the lyrical gift. Hit you with the dick, make your kidney shift. Here we go, but I'm not domino. I got the funk flow to make your drawers drop slow. So recognize the dick size in these Coincatch jeans. I wear 13s, know what I mean? I fuck around and hit you with the Hennessy dick. Mess around and go blind, don't get to see shit. The next batter, here to shatter your blatter, it doesn't matter. Skinny or fat or light skinned or black, baby, I drop these. Beneath with my me, screaming I poppy. I love it when they call me Big Pop, but I only smoke blunts if they roll prop. But look, I got ya caught up with the drunk flow. Fuck taekwondo, I told a fofo. For niggas getting mad cause they bitch chose me, a big black motherfucker with G. You see, all I do is separate the game from the truth. Big bang boots from the Bronx to Bolivia, getting physical like Olivia Newt. Tricks up my click dick all day with no trivia. So give me a hoe, a bankroll and a bag of weed. I'm guaranteed to fuck her till her nose bleed. Even if the new man's a certified Mac, you get that H-Town in ya. You want that old thing back?
B-I-double-G-I-E with some new R-U-L-E. Notorious, known for bustin' in your E-Y-E. Baby, baby, bitches know they love to hate me. How come you come, we come, with backs and maybe. How close we came to coming together is crazy. How come you and your sis make similar faces? When y'all coming, y'all be crying like I'm killing y'all bitches. I know there's a bigger picture than the camera rolling. Cause I don't think y'all be knowing how this shit's unfolding. Back shots to the rear, got the Mac unloading. Gotta reload like every so often. Saying I got my swagger back, I'm looking like bitch. My swagger never left. Don't be so hard pressed to be impressed by these new rappers. They actors and the fact is, you want that old thing back.
Like Scarface and Bushwick, Willie D, having nightmares of girls killing me. She mad because what we had didn't last. I'm glad because her cousin let me hit the ass. Fuck the past, let's dwell on the 500 SL, the E and J and ginger ale. The way my pockets swell to the rim with Benjamins. Another hund's in the crib, please send her in. I fuck non-stop, lick my lips a lot. Used to lick the clips a lot, but licking clips have to stop. Cause y'all don't know how to act when the tongue go down below. Keep the funk flow, really go. I got the cleanest, meanest penis. You never seen this, stroke of genius. So take off your Tim boots and your bodysuit. I mean the spandex, and hit my man next. Sex get rougher when they come to the nut buster. Pussy crusher, black nasty motherfucker. I don't chase them, I replace them. And if I'm caressing them, I'm undressing them. Fuck what you heard, who's the best in New York? Fulfilling fantasies without that nigga Mr. Raw. Or tattoo, I got you wrapped around my dick. And when I'm done, I got the split shit.
Dress bang, smalls. Listen.
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Couple announcements before I start today's stream. The first being, I'd like to do this announcement when more people join, but I'm just going to do it now. I've had a couple people DM me about the trading bot. That is going to go back live in about 7 to 10 days. We're testing it right now. So Blowfin has the smart copy system. So it doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to mess with all of this nonsense that we had to do at the last with Coincatch. Coincatch is also implementing smart copy, but it won't be until the end of the quarter. So yeah, 7 to 10 days it'll be ready. If you're still interested, okay, so it's going to go on Blowfin first, so do not make a Blowfin account yet. I will provide a link. You'll get percentage off fees. It'll help you guys save a ton of money if you want to use the bot, because obviously there are trading fees. But yeah, don't make an account yet. I'll provide that link probably at the end of this week. Once we get like a full, once we have a full successful week of no technical issues, which we haven't. We've been running it for the last 2 weeks with multiple different accounts. There's been no issues, but we just want a full month, right? And it's almost been a full month. So once we get through this week, I'll provide that link. The second announcement, and I have to get off my mic real quick. So you guys know I redid my my logo, and part of that was because I'm moving, and I want moving. We're actually buying a house, and okay, so you see all this nonsense that's back here. Like, this is just a basement in this house that we rent. I never like put anything on the walls or put any furniture down here because we're going to move. We're going to leave. So planning to leave. Hopefully be in by the spring of 2025. Not 100% sure, but I've been buying just a bunch of stuff to put on the walls because I'm just excited. And I had this made. Yeah, we had that made. Just a little custom neon sign with the brand logo, whatever. And I really, really like it. And I'm very tempted to put it on the wall. The only problem is I got to drill into the wall. I got to hang it. It's pretty heavy. But hopefully you guys like that. When we move, the streaming room, I guess, will be a lot more interesting. I know a lot of bland walls and everything in the background. Not that a lot of you guys care, but it's always cool to see some background stuff. Is it dangerous to keep dollars in USDT? It should be fine. I mean, and when I'm not trading, all of my money sits in USDT or USDC. I don't think Tether's going anywhere, to be honest with you. What's up, yes sir? How's it going? What's up, Colin? The Wreck, how's it going? I am totally going to botch your name, but Mode Amas Ahmed Umir? What's up? Yeah, it's sick. Yeah, I really like it. I really like it. The next thing, if you guys want, today's live stream is going to be a little quick. I got to walk the dogs. I got to cook. I got to do a bunch of shit today. And honestly, there hasn't been a lot of change in the market. So, but I do have the full video of my jiu-jitsu match. So if you guys want to watch that, like towards the end of the stream, I'll play it. It's not very long, but I can play that for you. So actually, let me pull up. I'll get it up now so that we can watch it at the end. 1 second. Really gonna make me log in? Log in with. So random. You have to log in with Facebook. I use GroupMe for a bunch of different group chats I'm in with like friends and family and stuff. And Did I do this last time? It was shared in one of the group chats. I can't like move it. It's like the file's too large, so I can't just like move it to my. There we go. Awesome. So okay, towards the end of this live stream, I'll play that. Again, guys, you don't have to watch. It was from my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu match. Ended up taking the win. It was really cool. A lot of fun. Trained really hard for about a month for it. I just want to make sure the audio from this. All right, so let's do analysis first, and then we'll get into all the fun stuff. Put it on an easel, like a big. I know what you're talking about, but it's supposed to be hung on a wall. And I know we just okay. So a bunch of people just joined. I'm going to show this again. So for those of you that come here often and stuff, I had this made. Save the story, but here it is again. All right, had that made. Glad you guys like it. Can't wait to hang it. Can't wait to get the hell out of this house. It's not a bad house. It's just not. I mean, I don't own it, so I don't. It's a lot different when you own something. But all right, let's get into this analysis. All right, start with the S&P. You know, last week on Monday, I didn't live stream. I had friends and family in town. You know, I was enjoying the day, enjoying their company. But we had this kind of market crash, right? Everyone was freaking out. Everyone said that everything's going to go to shit. There's war on the horizon. Market's going to crash. So my goal was to tell people, watch the market objectively and tune out the news. And what do you see? We are still in a massive uptrend. We are still, unfortunately, because we bounced so high, we did not form bullish divergence. But quite the recovery last week, starting with that very large drawdown, really into the end of Sunday, into the beginning of Monday. Ended up recovering very nicely. The stock market has been on a historical run for the last 6 months. No, not 6, 10 months. So we're actually making stock market records in terms of upward movement. And because you always hear, and the reason why I bring this up, you always hear these people, they say, oh, the market shouldn't go up because XYZ, or the market shouldn't be going up because everyone's poor, or the market shouldn't be doing this because the economy's shit. Guys, the market's being led by sideline capital. There's over $6 trillion of sideline capital. You can go look at money market funds to see the exact amount. Now, I understand that crypto is not exceeding your expectations, but crypto is outperforming every cycle to date, right? Bitcoin's outperforming 2020. I believe it's outperforming 2016, 2017 in terms of where we are time frame and how far we've bounced from lows, and it's a bounce until we break all-time highs, unfortunately. Yes, we haven't broken all-time highs, but we've tested them once already. Been pretty remarkable. Even Ethereum. I know people complain about Ethereum. Ethereum's not doing anything. Ethereum's being boring. Ethereum's useless. Guys, Ethereum is outperforming 2020 by 20 to 30% right now, and has been. When Bitcoin broke all-time highs in 2020, Ethereum was still down 65% from all-time highs. So again, you know, on the surface, you look at these movements, and depending on where you bought, right? If you're someone that bought in the 50Ks or the 60Ks, you know, you just got introduced to the market, of course you have a negative opinion. But for someone like me, or someone that's been here for a while and bought between 15 and maybe under 30K, you're doing very, very well, right? I keep seeing people saying the bull run is over. I don't think so. The bull run hasn't even started. Like, if you think what's happened in the last 8 months is a bull run, we didn't even break highs. Total 2 didn't break highs. Total 3 didn't break highs. And Total 1 didn't even break all-time highs. We have not seen a bull run yet. The notion that anything bull, I mean, yes, we've seen a nice upward move, but that is not a bull run. A bull run is consistently breaking highs, setting new all-time highs, and ultimately, let's say let's say by some random, actually we can go all the way back. Let's say you bought Bitcoin down here, right? Anywhere, it doesn't matter. Maybe you bought it 10,000, maybe you bought it 8,000, whatever. You bought Bitcoin, right? Bought a bunch of it. Okay, we went up. Awesome. Went up again. Went down. Now we're up again. You haven't made any more money at this point than at these highs here. Yes, you're up significantly, but that's not a bull run, right? Your investment, yes, your investment's growing over time on a more linear growth rate, but cycle to cycle, we have not seen a bull market yet, in my opinion. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the definition of a bull run is different now. But to me, a bull run is something that breaks all-time highs, consistently moves, doesn't chop everybody out. I hate to say it this way, but the same way, think the opposite that happened here. We just kept going down, and people, would keep longing and say, oh, this is the bottom, like this is it. Right? And then we dump again and bottom dump, right? And everyone's just getting wrecked. It's the complete opposite in the bull run. You just keep pumping for no apparent reason. I wouldn't say no apparent reason, but you're pumping and people think the top is in. You just keep going. Top is in. Keep going. And looking objectively again, I know I strayed off the path we're on Bitcoin, but just looking objectively again, we have been in a massive uptrend, and this is the first of probably a couple of big corrections over the next couple years. So again, everyone has their own opinion, and that doesn't mean that someone's necessarily more right than wrong. But if you're going to justify market movement and a specific action being over with, oh, everyone's poor, so no one's going to buy crypto, no one's going to do anything with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a scam. Everybody knows it. Guys, in 2016, 2017. Crypto's always had a negative reputation. So this idea that it'll never go again because everyone thinks it's a scam is just complete bullshit. There's more money pouring into crypto now than there ever has been. There's more interest. There's more popularity. There are literal countries buying Bitcoin and Ethereum, where in 2017 there was none. In 2020 there really wasn't any until 2021. So this, again, think objectively. Look where we are today and compare it to prior cycles. Another aspect we talked about last week was the VIX. Just for you guys, I'll kind of give another explanation. Basically, the VIX is the volatility index for the S&P 500. Basically, or I guess the conclusion that we have is the VIX, whenever the VIX breaks 40, we are at or near a market bottom. Maybe we put in one more low, but we are generally at or near a market bottom, which is important because for the last 25 years, it is marked, other than 2008 and 2020, which were, I would say, more catalyst, more, I mean, yes, we have, there is worry in today's market, don't get me wrong, but there was more of a catalyst in 2008 and 2020 with COVID. I mean, everyone thought the zombie virus was going to kill everybody, and it ended up not, but that's a legitimate reason for the market to nosedive even further after the VIX really hits hard. And then obviously in 2008, financial crisis, another kind of, oh, it's doomed and everyone sells more. But either way, what I want you to realize is every time we hit the 40, we're very close to a market bottom, or it's within the next couple months, like 3 months, even if we do put in a new low. So again, this idea that, everything is going to shit. Well, there are multiple indicators in multiple areas of confluence that suggest that we're going to continue higher. That, and accompanied by the fact that everyone and their mother thinks that a bull run's impossible and that it's not going to happen and that recession is coming. Guys, you have people that have no fucking clue how to do simple math, and they're telling you that a recession is coming. Think about that for a second. There are people out there that don't know how to do organized math or just simple, like, Just simple. What are like the rules for math? It's like PEMDAS. It's like PEMDAS. I don't remember the term for it, but just simple math. There are people that can't do simple math or even read a complex novel and grasp any of that. Not even complex, like a mediocre book, and they're telling you that recession's coming. Right? My biggest thing is that when the crowd or the school meaning like lots of people, right? When the herd is saying one thing, generally it doesn't happen. And I know there's guys, by the way, there's always going to be people that tell you there's a bull run every single day. That's just the reality of it. But when your average normal person is trying to convince you that a recession is coming because they heard from their friend who heard from the news that recession is coming because recession's coming. Because recession's coming. You see what I'm getting at here? Some say Bitcoin hasn't broke all-time high again due to inflation. So, although I believe inflation is a major issue, I don't think inflation has anything to do with market movement. Like, inflation is really only impacting the lower class and the middle class, I'd say. If you have money, and remember, the people with money who move the market. Your average person is not moving the market. Your average person is not contributing to anything other than, if they buy some stocks, great. If they buy some crypto, great. But they're not contributing anything. And I want to add this out there for everyone that says how bad it is and how poor everyone is and how people are, we can't have a bull market because people are suffering. Think about COVID. When peak COVID happened and the market crashed, right? And I actually want to maybe zoom in here. Market crashes, right? Everyone talks about recession. I have the old COVID newspapers still that I'm getting framed. And everyone was talking about recession, how, we're doomed, everything's doomed, and everything's, yeah, exactly. Everything is going to crash and nothing's going to recover and everyone's losing their job and this, that, and the other thing. And again, I'm going to be honest with you. We started the largest bull run of all time with everyone saying that. With everyone saying how something couldn't happen and it happened. And I'm not saying the exact same thing is going to happen again. But what I am saying is when your average person is telling you something's going to happen and the news and the media are telling you this and that, generally it doesn't happen. They say Bitcoin is used by all the bad people, and the funny thing is they just use cash dollars. Yeah, dollar, I think the study was, I'm going to get percentage wrong, but there was a much larger percentage of the dollar that's used for criminal activity compared to crypto. What do you think is the fact that Solana's supply has increased so much? I don't really know anything about Solana, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Solana's outperforming because its ecosystem is being used, and that's the only answer I can give. I don't look at a lot of information on altcoins. Solana's I hold some Solana. The chart looks really good. I can give you that, but as for fundamental analysis, I can't really give you an answer. Yeah, and that's the other thing. These people have been saying recession has been coming and around the corner, and it hasn't came for 2 years. So again, if you want to put your trust into people that have no fucking clue what they're talking about, then go for it, right? I mean, I wouldn't want someone laying tile in my house that's a painter. I wouldn't want a painter laying tile in my house. Maybe they've laid tile once or twice, but I'd want someone that's professional into tile work, right? What's up, CSE? How's it going? I meant the high Bitcoin hit this cycle is actually lower than last cycle factoring inflation. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but so okay, that's relative. What's the term I'm looking for? That's relative dollars. That's the easy way to say it is how far is your dollar getting you now compared to 4 years ago, which obviously it's not getting us a lot anymore. I mean, every time I go to the grocery store, it's $200. It's pretty absurd. 5 years ago, I used to spend $100 a month on groceries. Now I spend $400 or $500 and I buy the same stuff, if not less. Pretty crazy. Can we go through the Bitcoin dominance chart? Yes, I will. We're just doing the VIX. Now we're going to look at the dollar. Sorry, I got sidetracked. It's okay, dollar. And again, these people that keep telling you recession's coming. Recession's going to blow up the world and Russia's going to nuke us and Iran and Israel are going to have the craziest desert war ever. Okay, well, that's great. Not that that's a good thing, but that's great. Keep your opinions to yourself. Let's look at the charts. That's what we do here. The dollar. I mean, we have a double top. We have a breakdown, retest, and continuation. Our next support level is 101. This is bullish confluence for the stock market, which just had a corrective move downwards, corrected RSI, and has plenty of room to move upwards. Even if S&P just moves sideways for a bit, that's fine, right? Similar to something to here, that's fine, right? We can continue higher. I still believe the S&P could move another 20 to 40% before we're kind of in that danger zone. I mean, you guys have seen over the last 12 months or 10 months, we've moved up 40%. October 2023 to now August. Pretty amazing. Historical move. I think that's the highest the S&P has ever ran in like an under a year period. Maybe might be wrong about that. Don't quote me on that. But it's a historical move that, again, the 100-year average for the S&P 500, like the yearly average over a span of 100 years, is 8 to 12%. All right, dollar. Guys, macro bullish. Let's look at total. So we had this large downward move at the beginning of last week into closing green. Now, I was explaining this morning that although, yes, technically, actually, this is divergence. So Bitcoin's the only one that doesn't have divergence, but I'm kind of making a technicality and saying it's divergence just because of the strength of this bounce. This is a massive bounce. Huge, right? You actually do have divergence. You have equal lows here and slightly higher lows. Yes, it's not the greatest looking divergence ever, but it still exists, and we have to recognize it, accompanied with the large bounce. It looks great. You know, I know we've corrected pretty hard, and I know it's been a boring 6 months. Trust me, I have to live stream this boring, sideways, choppy nonsense and make it entertaining for all of you. But I think, at some point it's going to end. We're not just going to keep doing this, right? That's not what we're going to keep doing. A decisive move is coming. And I'll say right now, I believe it's up. I think we're going up from here. Everything macro-wise says up and bullish. And I think money's going to start pouring into crypto if it already hasn't. But with that said, if we do have a decisive move downwards, will there be a sign or signal to take that short so we can make money off that? I'm not opposed to making money from shorting. But everything macro-wise does say up for now. Look at tether dominance. So again, I would personally like to see this drop. Now, my only problem with this is, yes, and yes, we do have bearish divergence, very slight, big wick, big recovery to the downside. My only issue with saying I think this is going to drop, right? I think Bitcoin's going to drop this week back down to 55K, which again would leave tether dominance green. I mean, maybe Bitcoin drops quickly to 55. Maybe it doesn't, right? There's always a chance it doesn't. But for my analysis, I think we drop to 55, which would make tether go up. So on a macro scale, I'd like to see this re-enter. I mean, honestly, I'd like to see this re-enter, break the diagonal, and continue lower. Obviously, making a very large bear flag, like Bitcoin is a very large bull flag at the moment. Very corrective. We had a massive downtrend. This is just a corrective move. You could start talking about the Moon Boy that was always entertaining. I remember it in 22, you used to rip big time. Yeah, I still can. I mean, if it gets really boring, like if we're just still chopping around and it's really boring, I'll bring up like a list of tweets and maybe a YouTube video we can watch and just roast. I wouldn't mind doing that. Today I'm going to show you guys my my jiu-jitsu fight because it was on the main stage and it was pretty good. So, all right, Tether. I mean, ultimately, guys, macro-wise, S&P says up, DXY says down, which again means S&P up. VIX says the market's bottom. I'm still at odds that this is a bear flag, right? And we're going to move to the downside. We do have slight bearish divergences here. Again, with the wick, I still think we put in a higher high with lower high on RSI. So ultimately, macro-wise, down. Doesn't mean we're going to go move down right away. Yeah, Agris. From time to time, I do look at his tweets, and they are pretty absurd. Like, the constant being a douchebag. Like, hold on. I'll read you one. Yeah, so every once in a while I go on his Twitter and check out, like, pull it up. Agris, here we go. So here's one from Agris. Your altcoins are about to have a 90%, minus 90% to go before I would consider any sort of long-term buy opportunities. By then, you'll be long gone from crypto. Good riddance. Enjoy. That one wasn't that bad. Trying to find the one where he just rips people. I don't know. I mean, if you guys are ever interested, it's just crazy how negative this guy is. I was trying to find one that I read. Just such an asshole. Appreciate it, Jack. Yeah, I was never big enough to play like football or anything, so I always just wrestled and fought. Like I'm not like short, but I'm not 6'2" and 250 pounds. All right, let's move on to Bitcoin, and then we'll pull out the video. So Bitcoin weekly, unfortunately, guys, by technical definition, these are not divergences, right? We have a higher close. I understand that. But here's my thing. One, we bounced significantly after putting in a much lower low. Why? I don't know what those lines were for. Hope they weren't important. But my biggest thing is, not only did we bounce with some very nice or fairly nice volume, can we consider these divergences? By technical definition, no. But the fact that we dumped so hard and recovered, not only recovered back above major support, but retested major resistance. And now I think we're going to range here for a little while before potentially testing highs. I mean, look, maybe we go back down low, but to me, I think we'll at least test highs as we're sitting in support. Maybe put in, maybe we'll chop around a little bit more. But ranging between 63 and 55 for a little while. You look at the daily, and yes, I agree, right? I still think we're going down to 55. We're going to range a little bit more. Probably make a nice little flag here before we make another decisive move. Guys, the biggest thing here, and I know I pull these out every once in a while, if you ever want to know if something decisive is about to happen, pull up Bollinger Bands. If they're more than like 10% apart, you're going to range for a little while. Right? We're 25% apart. It's going to be a little while. I have no idea what happened to the Twitter. Hold on. I need to make sure we're still live streaming on Twitter. Okay, let's see. It's like the stream just completely dropped off. Let's see. Okay, well, we just got this. No, it's still live. Want to make sure. Let's see. Okay, it's still live. I don't know. On my end, it says we're not live, so for anyone on Twitter, I apologize. I can't see your comments. It says stream just died. So, all right, let's wrap this up. Going to look at the 4 hour. Again, I'm not really seeing much to work with. I still think we're going to hit 55K. I think we're going to chop very slowly down to 55, continue this range, and then probably at least retest 63, maybe get above. Like I said, we're going to range for the next couple weeks. It's going to be boring. All right, let's look at Bitcoin dominance. So I made this tweet earlier just on the zones that I'm paying attention to. Look, I'll be the first to admit I was wrong about alt summer. I saw the kind of these signs of exhaustion. Ended up not being exhaustion. We ended up consolidating here to push higher. But now we are rejecting 58% fairly hard, right? 58 was a support level here. Then we broke down. Now it's acting as resistance once again. What I would like to see personally, and I'll try and map this out the best I can. Maybe for the rest of the year we do something like this. And then Bitcoin kind of comes back. Oh, this is over a year and a half time frame. I'm going to have to... Okay, so let's see. See if this works a little bit better. So, I'd like to see this drop. Kind of see a nice move in November, right? For alts. Like alts would do pretty well here. And then Bitcoin starts to climb again, kind of taking over. Maybe getting into the 100K area, maybe the 120K area. And then we see that alt season. Maybe we break 58%, maybe we don't. But that much larger move down, this would be your alt season. This would be like a miniature alt warm-up. Probably see Ethereum, Link, Solana, Tau, some of these other AI coins do okay. Well, not okay. They'll outperform Bitcoin, but the most of the altcoin market won't. As for dominance, now here's my issue with saying I think we're going to go down. I don't see it yet on the daily. We don't have divergences. We don't have a reversal pattern. We don't have the things that I would consider to want to see in terms of like a reversal. We could easily range here and go higher. If we range, we'd probably see a couple days where alts do decent. But as per everything else, it's too early to say for now. The only areas I'm concerned about at the moment, and again, I'd like to see alts do well. They haven't done anything in 2 years. We break 56%, right? Break down 56. We need to break down 54. Right, 54 is, if we break down through 54, that's like saying, okay, alts are going to do fantastic. Probably for the next at least 2 to 3 months. Now, granted, we'd have to break through 54. We have not done it yet. But I think a good start is breaking through 56. Now, again, we could break through 56, move sideways, and head up from there. Breaking 54 would be a major alt move, or cause a major alt move. So I hope that kind of helps. Okay, it says the Twitter stream is back up. Very weird. Don't really know what's going on. But all right, guys, I'm going to end the stream today with this video from my match. If you want to watch it, great. If you don't, no worries at all.
What up, folks?
All right, so for those of you who don't know, I do or have been doing combat sports for a very long time. I had an opportunity to go take a match in front of like 500 people at a big. It's not like a movie theater, but it's a big theater. I mean, they play movies and have events there, but it was pretty cool, man. Like friends, family, a lot of people there. So here, I'll just play it for you. I'm gonna try and not commentate. We got a whole like walkout song. We knew our competitors beforehand. There's like 20 fights throughout the night, and I was, I guess, lucky enough to be one of them.
Let's keep this party going. Coming to the stage, Dan Philkin. Come on down, buddy.
The audio's probably not going to be the best.
Y'all having a good time? Say, oh yeah! Here we go.
the other side of the mat, none other than.
So this is, sorry, I'm going to back it up just 1 second. This is myself and then my two coaches.
On the other side of the mat, none other than.
Let's fucking go,
Jesse Stevens. Come on down.
Man, you ready?
Here we go.
Hey,
Dan Bellcamp versus Jesse Stevens, y'all. Give it up for this incredible match right now. Here we go.
be standing closer to Beth to control her.
Let's get it on. On the one.
So I'm going to pause one more time. Dude, I thought this guy, when I originally got the picture of him, they're like, oh, you're going to fight this guy. You guys are, you know, same belt level, everything. I was like, oh, man, like, if he's my weight, right? I actually lost 12 pounds to fight here. I was like, oh, I'm probably way stronger than him. I'll just manhandle him. Ended up not being the case. This guy was incredibly strong. He's wrestled for 20 years. It was definitely a chess match, but the fight only lasted about 2 minutes.
Let's go, Danny!
Danny! Come on, Danny!
Let's go, Danny. Get his ass!
Come on, Danny. Yeah, Danny.
Come on, is he win, baby? Get his ass!
Come on, Danny. Come on, Danny.
I will say I didn't realize it. He got tired really fast. He was using a lot of strength.
Come on, Danny. Hey, Danny. You got this, brother.
Watch that arm. Let's go, Danny.
Come on, Danny. Come on, Danny.
There, he's got it. He's got it. Sink it, baby. Let's fucking go.
And that's it. I don't want to play the rest because I had to give a speech and everything, and I was so hopped up on adrenaline. But that's it. So yeah, like all last month, I trained like twice a day, every day. Lost 12 pounds. It was I still like live stream and stuff, but I don't know if you may or may not have noticed I didn't live stream as much. That's what I was doing. Yeah, even if I'm not competing, I still train like every day. It's just good exercise. But yeah, thought you guys might want to see that. That's kind of what I was up to. Rowan knew he was tired and so yeah, I figured he was getting tired. The transition from back to side, then to the top, into the submission. Yeah. Yeah, it was he was really strong, but he got gassed really early, and I could tell like the second time he went to. So for those of you that don't wrestle or anything, we got tied up, right? Our arms, you're grabbing head, what you're trying to do is get someone off balance so that you can throw them. That's how. But that was funny thing is that's how both of our styles were. After the fight, we talked. Yeah, that was both of our game plan was to try and do a judo throw. Well, he ended up getting kind of lazy with one of his, and I left an opening for him to try something that I could reverse. He went for it, and I immediately backed out and took his back and then choked him. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. When's the next match? I don't know, man. I don't know. they're just like, I like competing. My problem is I've competed when I was younger. I obviously just competed. It's fun. It's just a lot of work. And usually on the weekends, like, so all the competitions are on the weekend. And on the weekend, I'm usually doing stuff. So it's like a lot harder for me to commit to something, like if I'm either out of town or drinking with friends or doing stuff. Because like when you're getting ready for competition, like the whole month leading into that fight, I didn't drink, I didn't smoke cigars, I didn't do anything but drink water and eat like chicken and rice. That was it. So not that that's like a huge problem, but there were multiple times, and it's the middle of summer, where there was a pool party or my family was doing stuff and everyone was drinking and hanging out, and I had to be the guy that was just sitting there doing nothing. So the setup, see if he could get this. I mean, that's like what a lot of wrestling and jiu-jitsu is you leave someone an opening, right? And maybe they take it, but you're like a step ahead, and you reverse them, right? It's the same thing. That's really, I mean, it's the same thing with boxing. Like sometimes you throw like a feint to get them to make their head move a certain way so you can throw a punch in that direction. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it there. Hopefully the market gives us something to work with soon, because this is boring. I will continue to stream. I don't care how boring it is. I'll be here. Just for anyone that missed it, the trading bot is going live in the next 7 to 10 days. We're in our final area of testing. It'll be on Blowfin first. Do not make an account right now. If you want, and here's why, right? I know I don't always talk about the specifics. If you make an account now, you will not be able to get the fee reduction that we're going to give. We're going to give a 20 to 25% fee reduction for the first 3 months, and then 15% for life. So if you want to take part in that, don't make an account yet. We're going to make a link by the end of the week, as long as testing goes well, and then we'll probably start it next Monday or Tuesday once again. So yes, the bot will also be on Coincatch once Coincatch implements its smart copy system. We can't do it until then. I just don't want anything to be complicated, and I don't want any technical issues between us and you, just in case. All right, guys, with all that said, hope you have a great rest of your day. And always remember, be